You don't say, hey, I trust you, right? You're like, I'm not falling for this trick again. So same thing here, I think, is Bitcoin is the first one to really capture the belief. And that belief system is the most important, most defendable thing around Bitcoin. First of all, every country is going to do this, right? They're already talking about it at the central bank level. So we're going to see a digital dollar, digital euro, digital yen, yuan, all the way down the line. Every currency will be digitized over time. And that's because there's certain advantages from a technology standpoint, right? It's cheaper, it's faster to move, all that kind of stuff. Not only though will we see nation states do this, we will also see corporations do it. So Facebook obviously has Libra, others have contemplated and will launch their own currencies. The competition, though, is not going to be between digital currencies and non-digital currencies. Everything's going to be digital. The competition is going to be at that monetary policy level. And so when the dollar is released as a digital dollar, the monetary policy doesn't change, right? They're still going to have an inflationary, quantitative easing driven currency. When Libra launches, Libra now is actually launching a digital dollar, a digital euro, et cetera. So they're going to adopt the monetary policy of different nations. The only monetary policy that is in direct contrast, meaning it's a 180-degree difference from the digital dollar or digital euro, is Bitcoin. It's a separation of state and money. It's a deflationary structured currency that has a disinflationary monetary supply schedule. And so what you're seeing is this great divide, and it frankly happens somewhat in a generational divide, but also in kind of an economic divide, where people are saying, I want to have a currency in which it gets more valuable over time rather than less valuable. And I want the transparency and the predictability of a monetary policy that is written into code rather than 12 people go in a room and they make a decision based on how they're emotionally feeling that day.
And so that's why your program with Robert Breedlove, the Open Letter to Ray Dalio, please listen to it because it's really well done, extremely well done. So why are you so bullish on Bitcoin if there's Ethereum and other garbage going around there, and everybody's getting into it? And like I was watching this one guy, he says, everybody's now jumping on the bandwagon. This is the hot new coin, hot new coin. When you see stuff like that, what goes through your head? Yeah,
so I think that there's a really, really key piece, right? Is there's all these crypto assets or crypto tokens. There's actually a very small number of them that are trying to be money or a currency. Most of them are trying to be, digital gift cards or access to different networks and kind of all this, super exotic type applications of blockchain. What we're talking about here is money. And the key piece to understanding money is it's a belief system. Right? So the only reason why somebody accepts $1 from me is because they and I both believe that it has value. Well, when it comes to digital currencies and kind of this separation of state and money, there's really only one that matters, and that's Bitcoin. And the reason why it's the only one that matters is it's the first one that people have bought into that is fully decentralized, that has no owner, and is transparent and programmatic. And so my belief is that if Bitcoin is not successful, right? If the separation of state and money does not work, there will never be a separation of state and money. And the reason why I say that is because money is a belief system. And so just like if you're, let's say, a citizen in Zimbabwe and your government blows up the currency, and then they come back and say, hey, Robert, you know what? Sorry about that. Here's our next one, right? Here's V2. You don't say, hey, I trust you, right? You're like, I'm not falling for this trick again. So same thing here, I think, is Bitcoin is the first one to really capture the belief. And that belief system is the most important, most defendable thing around Bitcoin.
So let me go into it one more time, because you guys, with Robert Breedlove and the Open Letter to Ray Dalio, you guys go into that with precision. So would you explain to me how they can go and pick up that site, that very explanation, that one broadcast of yours?
Yep. So if you literally just Google the Pomp podcast and then just type in Ray Dalio, it'll come up as the title. You can click on it and listen to it. And we basically cover the idea that look, most of the smartest investors in the world, they're like 80-90% of the way there. We agree on all of the problems, right? Everyone who's now asking, what do I do? 5 years ago, nobody was saying Bitcoin. Now, there's a couple of people, right? Paul Tudor Jones recently came out and he took 2% of his assets and put it into Bitcoin, right? So you get some of these people doing it. My guess is 5 to 10 years from now, it will be what I call a consensus investment, right? So people think that crypto isn't regulated. These US-based exchanges, companies like Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, BlockFi, etc., they actually have very, very high levels of regulation. And so they're there to do KYC and AML and kind of make sure that there's no bad actors. After you are able to get that $25,000 limit, you can apply to get it higher and higher. So that's what people should do.